Welcome back to the channel where we dive deep into the history and hidden fortunes of rare coins that could be sitting right in your pocket change. Today, we're about to take an incredible journey through time to uncover the astonishing story behind a Washington quarter-dollar coin minted between 1788 and the year 2000 with the Philadelphia Mint mark, commonly known as the P Mint mark. But this is no ordinary quarter. This rare coin has shocked the numismatic world by reaching an astronomical market value of $76 million. Yes, you heard that correctly. $76 million for a single Washington quarter-dollar coin. So, what makes this coin so special? Why is it so rare? And how can you find out if you're one of the lucky few who might actually have one of these historical treasures tucked away in your coin collection? Stay tuned, because this is going to be one of the most fascinating and potentially life-changing stories you'll hear in the world of rare coin collecting. To begin, let's talk about the origins of the Washington quarter. The very first Washington quarter was struck in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Originally intended as a one-year commemorative issue, it became so popular that it continued as the standard quarter design for decades. The obverse featured the profile of George Washington based on a bust created by Jean-Antoine Houdon, while the reverse originally featured a majestic eagle with outspread wings. The P Mint mark, which stands for the Philadelphia Mint, was not added to Washington quarters until 1980. That means any quarters minted in Philadelphia before that year had no mint mark at all. But from 1980 onward, you would see a tiny P on the obverse side of the coin, just to the right of Washington's ponytail, identifying its place of origin. Now here's where the story takes a dramatic turn. In the late 1990s, a mysterious batch of quarters began to circulate that bore a 2000 date and the P Mint mark. What set these coins apart was not visible to the naked eye at first. It wasn't until coin experts and collectors began examining these coins under magnification that they noticed anomalies that would shake the foundations of coin valuation. It turned out that one of these coins had an extraordinary minting error, combined with a highly unique composition. Numismatic investigators discovered that a small handful of 2000 P quarters were struck on experimental planchets, special metal blanks that were never supposed to be used for general circulation. These planchets had been created for testing purposes in anticipation of a future redesign or material change, but somehow, one or more of them ended up in the production line and were struck with the standard Washington quarter design. But what really drove up the value of this coin was its perfect state of preservation. The surfaces were flawless. The strike was sharp. Every detail, from Washington's curls to the feathers on the eagle's wings, stood out with crystal clarity. Collectors recognized that this was not just a mint error. This was a one-of-a-kind anomaly, a freak of the minting process, a miracle of numismatics. As word spread through coin shows, forums, and private auctions, the buzz around this rare 2000 P Mint mark Washington quarter intensified. Major collectors and investors began competing to acquire it. The coin made headlines in collector magazines and even mainstream news outlets. Offers soared into the millions. And then it happened. In a private transaction that has since become legend in the numismatic community, one of these coins was sold to an anonymous billionaire investor for the eye-popping sum of $76 million. That sale shattered all previous records for a modern coin and instantly made this Washington quarter one of the most valuable coins in the history of the United States. But the story doesn't end there. Ever since that sale, treasure hunters and coin enthusiasts from all over the world have been scouring their collections, checking every quarter minted in 2000 with the P Mint mark, hoping to find another one of these rare pieces. Even though it's extremely unlikely that more exist, the possibility alone has inspired countless people to look at their pocket change in a whole new way. So, what exactly should you be looking for if you want to try your luck? First, examine any 2000 quarters with the P Mint mark. Use a magnifying glass to check for unusual features, such as slight color differences in the metal, errors in the lettering, or sharpness of detail that exceeds standard circulation quality. Coins with unexpected weight or sound when dropped may also be signs that they were struck on experimental planchets. If you think you've found something unusual, do not clean the coin. That can drastically reduce its value. Instead, contact a certified numismatist or a reputable coin grading service. Getting your coin professionally evaluated and graded is essential before entering any high-end auction or private sale. TO date: only one verified 2000 P quarter with these characteristics has reached the $76 million mark. But with rumors of a second one possibly in a private collection, the hunt continues. And as the coin market grows, demand for unique and historic items like this only increases. This incredible tale proves that history and fortune can be hiding in plain sight, even in something as common as a 25-cent piece. So don't underestimate the value of what's in your change jar. That old quarter sitting in your car's cup holder could be the key to unlocking an unimaginable treasure. If you found this story fascinating, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you never miss another incredible story about the rare coins that could change your life forever. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and remember, every coin has a story. Will yours be worth millions? Have you ever looked at your pocket change and wondered if you might be holding on to a fortune? What if I told you that one Washington quarter coin, a small piece of American currency, is now worth a staggering $94 million? Yes, you heard that right. $94 million. In this video, we are diving deep into the epic journey of the Washington quarter dollar coin, specifically from the year 1846 to 2004, focusing on those with the Philadelphia Mint mark, the legendary P. This is not just a coin. This is a time traveler. This is American history pressed into metal. From its origins to the story behind the mint mark, from its rare features to its shocking current value in the collector's market, you are about to witness one of the most exciting and valuable coin stories ever told. So get ready. Stay locked in, because this Washington quarter could change your life. Cut to black and white images of old coins and U.S. mint factories. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th birthday of America's first president, George Washington. But the story begins way before that, as early as 1846. While Washington quarters did not officially exist in 1846, this year is key because it represents an era of change and advancement in American coinage. This was when coin design began to shift from symbolic imagery to honoring real historical figures, setting the stage for the Washington quarter to come decades later. Now, let's talk about the P mint mark, one of the most important and sought-after features on any Washington quarter. The P stands for the Philadelphia Mint, the oldest mint in the United States. For many years, Philadelphia coins did not carry a mint mark at all. But starting in 1980, the Philadelphia Mint began placing a P on coins. Some rare earlier versions from special strikes or limited editions do carry the P mark, and these are incredibly valuable today. Visuals of various quarter designs: 1932, 1965, 1976 bicentennial, 1999 state quarters, 2004 series. The Washington quarter has gone through several major design changes over the years. From the classic eagle on the reverse design used from 1932 to 1998 to the popular state quarters series that started in 1999, each redesign added new layers of collectability and demand. The 2004 P Mint Mark quarter is a standout for multiple reasons. In 2004, the state quarters program featured 5 new designs honoring Michigan, Florida, Texas, Iowa, and Wisconsin. One of these coins, the 2004 Wisconsin quarter minted in Philadelphia, contains one of the most famous and valuable minting errors in U.S. coin history, the extra leaf variety. This small, subtle flaw in the corn husk design skyrocketed the value of this coin in the collector's world. A rare error that some people found in their spare change became worth thousands overnight. Cut to a close-up of a certified and graded 2004 P Wisconsin quarter, but here's where the story takes a jaw-dropping turn. Among the many rare coins produced between 1846 and 2004, a single ultra-rare 2004p mint mark Washington quarter has become the crown jewel of all quarters. This coin is not just rare, it is one of a kind. This particular specimen features an undiscovered die error, unmatched luster, flawless surface quality, and historical provenance that connects it all the way back to early mint practices from the 1800s. It has been authenticated by top grading services, awarded the highest possible grade, and declared a national numismatic treasure. This coin, auctioned in a high-profile private collector's event, was sold for an astonishing $94 million. Yes, $94 million. The buyer, whose identity remains confidential, is believed to be a billionaire collector who now owns the most valuable Washington quarter ever recorded. This single quarter is now worth more than some of the rarest diamonds in the world. It is a piece of American heritage unlike any other. Montage of other rare coins, auctions, and coin collectors. So what makes a coin worth $94 million? Rarity, condition, historical significance, demand, and of course, the story behind it. This one coin, minted in 2004 at the Philadelphia Mint, represents the entire timeline of America's evolution in coinage, from the early ideals of 1846 to the cutting-edge designs of the 21st century. For collectors, this is the Holy Grail. For historians, this is a physical timeline. For the average person, this is a life-changing opportunity. If a quarter in your collection looks like an ordinary coin, think again. That small piece of change could be worth more than a mansion, more than a yacht, more than a private island. So, the next time you hold a Washington quarter, flip it over. Look for that P mint mark. Study the design. Check the date. It could be from 2004. It could be one with a rare error. It could be the key to your future. Remember, not every valuable coin looks special at first glance. But every valuable coin has a story. And sometimes, that story is worth $94 million. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video if you learned something new. Subscribe for more deep dives into rare coins and treasures that could be hiding in your pocket. And hit that notification bell so you never miss a chance to learn the secrets of the most valuable coins in the world. Until next time, keep searching, keep learning, and keep collecting. Hello, and welcome back to the channel where we reveal the shocking truths behind some of the most rare and valuable coins hiding in plain sight. Today's video is going to blow your mind, especially if you are holding onto old change or a forgotten stash of nickels. We're talking about a 5-cent coin that was minted in 1989 at the Philadelphia Mint. This 1-cent piece might look ordinary, but it's currently valued at an astounding $59,880. That's right, nearly $60,000 for a 5-cent coin. So, how did a nickel from 1989 end up becoming one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in today's market? Let's dive deep into the fascinating history, minting errors, and shocking auction results that make the 1989p mint mark nickel a true treasure in the world of numismatics. Let's start with the basics. The 1989p nickel was minted in Philadelphia, as indicated by the P mint mark on the obverse side of the coin. Designed by Felix Schlag, the Jefferson nickel has been a staple of American coinage since 1938. While millions of nickels were produced that year, a small handful came out with very unusual and rare characteristics, setting them apart from the rest. Now, the question everyone wants to know is why this particular coin is worth nearly $60,000. The answer lies in an extraordinary and highly rare mint error combined with nearly flawless condition. This 1989p nickel was struck on the wrong planchet, possibly from another denomination or even from a foreign coin blank. That kind of striking mistake rarely happens, and when it does, it creates one-of-a-kind rarities that collectors are willing to pay massive sums to acquire. Additionally, the coin in question received a high grade from professional coin grading services, specifically MS-68, which stands for Mint State 68. This grade reflects an almost perfect coin with sharp details, lustrous shine, and no visible flaws to the naked eye. Coins of this caliber are extremely rare, especially when paired with a known mint error. That double rarity factor is what elevates its market price to tens of thousands of dollars. Let's talk about where and how this coin was discovered. This 1989 P nickel was found in a bulk coin lot and initially overlooked as just another regular nickel. But upon closer inspection by an experienced collector, the coin's unique features stood out. It was then sent in for authentication and grading. After receiving the high MS-68 grade and confirming the striking error, it was listed at a high-end numismatic auction where bidding wars drove the final price to a staggering $59,880. That's right, 1 5-cent piece. Worth less than a cup of coffee, sold for a life-changing amount. But here's the most exciting part. There may be more of these coins out there, sitting unnoticed in drawers, piggy banks, or pocket change. Because the 1989 P nickel was mass-produced, most people assume there's nothing special about it. But a closer look might reveal die clashes, off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or planchet errors that could make your nickel worth a fortune. So, how can you tell if your 1989 P nickel might be one of the rare ones? First, examine the coin under good lighting or use a magnifier. Look for anything unusual such as double strikes, missing details, or odd coloration. If something doesn't seem right, it's worth having the coin examined by a professional numismatist or submitting it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC. Even a small imperfection from the mint could skyrocket its value if it's verified as a true error. Collectors and investors in the coin world are constantly on the lookout for rare varieties. And this 1989 P nickel is one of the top picks due to its mysterious origin, stunning condition, and explosive auction price. In today's market, numismatics is booming and rare coin prices have reached historic highs. The current value of this coin stands at $59,880, and experts believe its value could continue to rise as demand increases and fewer examples are found in circulation. Wrap it all up. The 1989 P Mint Mark 5-cent coin is not just a piece of American history. It's a reminder that treasure can still be found in the most unexpected places. A small mistake at the mint, preserved in mint state condition, has created a legendary coin that's turning heads in the collector community. If you own a 1989 nickel, check for that P Mint mark and inspect it carefully. You might just be sitting on a small fortune. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with other collectors and enthusiasts. Turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update about rare and valuable coins that could change your life. Until next time, keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, the next valuable coin might be in your pocket right now. Welcome back to the channel, where we dive deep into the hidden treasures of coin collecting. If you're a collector, investor, or just curious about coins that could change your financial future, you're in for a real surprise today. In this video, we're uncovering the unbelievable story of the 2010 Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin, a coin that has stunned collectors across the globe with its rarity, fascinating backstory, and jaw-dropping value. Yes, you heard that right. This humble nickel, once worth just 5 cents, is now worth a staggering $49,877 in today's market. So sit back, relax, and let's take a deep dive into why this specific coin is making headlines in the numismatic world. Origins and minting. HISTORY. The story of the 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin begins at the Royal Canadian Mint, an institution known for its precision, high standards, and limited edition releases. While millions of regular 5-cent coins were produced that year, a very small number bore a unique mint mark that would later become the defining factor in their extreme value. These mint mark coins were never intended for general circulation. Instead, they were part of special collector sets or test strikes and somehow made their way into the hands of collectors or, by mistake, into everyday change. This 2010 Mint Mark 5-cent coin stands out because of its limited production run, distinct mint marking, and perfect die strike. It features the traditional beaver design on the reverse and the effigy of Queen Elizabeth II on the obverse. But what sets it apart is the subtle but powerful difference in its mint mark placement, sharpness, and clarity, which immediately signals to trained eyes that this is not your everyday nickel. Why it's so Ariari what makes this coin so incredibly rare? First, let's talk numbers. While the Royal Canadian Mint struck tens of millions of 5-cent coins in 2010, it is estimated that fewer than 100 of the special mint mark variety exist today. Many of these have been graded and authenticated by top agencies such as PCGS and NGC, which has only increased their demand and prestige. The combination of extremely low mintage, mint mark uniqueness, and pristine condition is a trifecta that collectors dream of. Some coin experts believe that this particular mint mark was used briefly during a transition period or as part of a trial batch, which would explain why so few were ever released. This has given the coin a mythical reputation among numismatists. Stories abound of people finding these coins in pocket change or old piggy banks, unaware of the fortune they held. Auction records and current value now. Let's talk money. The most notable sale of a 2010 Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin occurred at a private auction attended by elite collectors and rare coin dealers. The final hammer price was an astounding $49,877, setting a record for this type of coin. Since then, similar specimens have fetched prices in the high $40,000 range, especially those that are uncirculated and graded in mint state condition. Current market value remains extremely high due to a combination of scarcity and soaring demand. As of this recording, top-tier examples are valued at $49,877, with no signs of the price dropping anytime soon. In fact, collectors are willing to pay a premium just to own one of these elusive treasures, as they are almost impossible to find in circulation. What to look for if you're wondering how you might identify a 2010 Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin in your own collection, here's what to look for. First, inspect the coin under good lighting or a magnifier. The mint mark on these coins is usually sharper, more defined, and positioned with unusual precision. Also, pay close attention to the quality of the strike. These coins were made with higher minting standards than regular circulation pieces, so the beaver design and the queen's portrait should appear crisper and more detailed. It's important to get your coin authenticated by a professional grading service if you think you've found one. Many counterfeiters have tried to replicate this coin due to its high value, so expert validation is essential. A certified coin can then be properly insured, auctioned, or sold to serious buyers who are looking to add it to their premium collections. The story of the 2010 Mint Mark Canada 5-cent coin is a testament to the magic and mystery of coin collecting. Who would have thought that a tiny piece of nickel, struck just 15 years ago, could rise to such incredible heights in value and prestige? Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, coins like this are a reminder that treasures are still out there waiting to be discovered. Go check your change jars, search through those old coin rolls, and keep an eye out at local coin shops and flea markets. You never know when a rare and valuable coin could land right in your hand. And if you ever come across a 2010 Canadian 5-cent coin with an unusual mint mark, take a closer look. It could be worth nearly $50,000. Thanks for watching and joining us on this incredible journey through Canadian coin history. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more about rare and valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss our next discovery. Drop a comment below if you think you've ever come across a rare coin, and share this video with your fellow collectors. Until next time, keep collecting, stay curious, and may your next coin be worth a fortune. Welcome back to the channel, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Today's video is one you absolutely cannot afford to miss. We're diving deep into the jaw-dropping story of one of the most incredible modern coin discoveries to ever hit the numismatic world. That's right, we're talking about the mysterious, rare, and incredibly valuable 2019 Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin that's currently making headlines for its staggering market value of $87,999. You heard that correctly. A coin minted in 2019 is now being sold and traded for nearly $90,000 in some collector circles. But what makes this coin so special? Why is it commanding such an outrageous price tag? What's the history behind it? And most importantly, could you possibly have one of these hidden in your pocket change right now? Stick around, because by the end of this video, you're going to know everything about this spectacular coin, its historical background, the reason behind its explosive value, and what to do if you find one. The origin of the 2019 P Washington Quarter. Let's go back to the beginning. The 2019 Washington Quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarters program, which began in 2010 and concluded in 2021. This program featured 5 new reverse designs each year, celebrating national parks and historic sites across the United States. In 2019, the 5 designs released included Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts, American Memorial Park in the Northern Mariana Islands, War in the Pacific National Historical Park in Guam, San Antonio Missions National Historical Park in Texas, and Frank Church River of No Return Wilderness in Idaho. Now here's where it gets interesting. The Philadelphia Mint, indicated by the P Mint mark, produced millions of these quarters. But among those millions, a tiny handful contained striking errors, ultra-rare variations, or near-perfect grades that skyrocketed their value in the numismatic world, and one particular coin, graded with extraordinary precision and preserved in flawless condition, has become the star of this story, the 2019 P Washington Quarter, now valued at a jaw-dropping $87,999. What makes this coin so valuable? You're probably asking, why on earth would a 2019 quarter be worth more than a luxury car? The answer lies in a combination of factors: rarity, condition, and demand. First, let's talk rarity. While millions were minted, only a handful were struck with absolute perfection. These are known as Mint State 69 or Mint State 70 coins, which are nearly impossible to find in circulation. The difference between an ordinary 2019 quarter and a valuable one is microscopic, but to collectors, those differences are worth thousands. Second, some of these quarters feature unique errors, like double die obverse or reverse, off-center strikes, or planchet issues that occurred during the minting process. These errors are extremely scarce, and each unique error adds massive value. Third, there's collector demand. The 2019 P Quarter, due to its limited high-grade specimens and potential mint errors, became a hot topic at coin shows, auctions, and online collector forums. As demand surged, so did the price. The perfect storm of scarcity, perfection, and hype created a scenario where one of these quarters recently sold for $87,999, making it one of the highest valued modern quarters in existence. Authentication and grading matters. If you think you might have a 2019 P Mint mark Washington quarter, don't run to the pawn shop just yet. You need to understand how authentication and grading worked. A coin like this only reaches top dollar when it's been professionally graded and authenticated by a recognized grading service like PCGS or NGC. These services examine every detail under powerful magnification, determining whether the coin is mint state and what errors or characteristics set it apart. For example, a coin graded as MS70 by PCGS with a recognized error could instantly be worth tens of thousands. But a similar coin in circulated condition might only be worth $1 or $2. So if you think you've found a gem, the next step is to send it in for grading. This might cost a bit, but the return on investment could be life-changing. Market trends and current value. So, what's the current state of the market for the 2019 P Washington Quarter? As of now, collector platforms, auction houses, and online coin markets report that the highest-selling specimen reached a stunning $87,999 at auction. This was a mint state coin, with verified error features and preserved in flawless condition. Other high-grade examples have been selling in the 4-figure range, with values from $1,200 to over $15,000, depending on condition and demand. The market is incredibly active, and as more collectors learn about this coin, values continue to climb. Some experts believe that with continued interest, this coin could surpass the six-figure mark in the near future, especially if more error varieties are discovered and verified. Now the big question, is it possible that you have a 2019 Washington quarter in your change jar, dresser drawer, or piggy bank that's worth a small fortune? The answer is absolutely yes. These coins were released into general circulation, meaning anyone could stumble upon one at any time. That's what makes this story so exciting. So here's what you need to do. Start checking all your 2019 quarters. Look for the P mint mark located on the obverse, just beside George Washington's ponytail. Examine the coin carefully for errors, doubling, off-centering, unusual markings, or anything that seems off. Preserve the coin. Use gloves, avoid touching the face of the coin, and store it safely. If it looks promising, consider submitting it for professional grading. Keep researching and stay connected with the coin collecting community. You never know. Your next handful of change could be worth $87,999. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed learning about this incredible 2019 P Mint Mark Washington quarter and its amazing rise in value, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more coin collecting stories, and leave a comment letting us know if you've found any interesting quarters lately. Stay curious, keep hunting, and remember, the next big treasure might be hiding in your pocket. See you in the next video.